Here's a recap for you if you missed this game that just ended. Toronto was up by as many as 21 in the fourth quarter, and then Trae Young went off for 42 points. It's his second career performance of 40 or more points, 15 or more assists. And Norman Powell for the Raptors, he helped keep his team afloat for his fifth straight 20-point performance, all since his return from his shoulder injury. Let's listen to him after the game.
Before we talk about the way you took control of the game, what happened late, do you think, in your mind?
I think we just took our foot off the gas. We got to do a better job of not getting sped up when they're trying to press. I got to do a better job of controlling the game and slowing us down and getting us set so we can continue to play.
First two-thirds of the game, the ball didn't find you that much, and then you took over. Is patience part of what's made you become such a better player this year?
Yeah, it's all about taking what the defense gives you, and sticking to the game plan. I've been trying to do a great job with that. I'm not too worried about when my shots are coming, just going with the flow of the game. Really focusing on the defensive end and then letting everything else take over by instincts.
And I know it's not lost on you guys playing on this day, MLK Day, in this city. How was that?
It was amazing, man. I take pride in being able to play on MLK Day. He's one of the great role models I looked up to when I was growing up. I did a lot of school reports, book reports on MLK and his message. So it feels good to be able to play for him.
Philly and Brooklyn, it's a close one, 1-point differential. Al Horford knocks down the three ball.
Connects a three.
Just over a minute left to play in that game. We'll be back.
Nice.
Checking back in again.
Fires it inside.
Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Korkmaz with the three.
Nice ball movement on there.
Philly goes up 113-108, 23.4 seconds left. What a game. Ben Simmons, as I mentioned, triple-double, 34, 12, and 12. Horford with 19 and 6. You can see Dinwiddie for the Brooklyn Nets leading the way with 19, 7 assists, 5 boards. As a reminder, no Kyrie Irving for this game. You can see just about to be finished.
I'm impressed with that type of triple-double. 34, 12, and 12. 12 for 14
on the road.
Field on the road. Give Ben Simmons a lot of credit without Joel Embiid willing his team to this victory. Maybe they still got 23 seconds left.
But they needed it too because they've been stumbling a little bit, so it's a big win for the Sixers.
Yeah, they've won 3 straight, but as you mentioned, it hasn't been pretty. So they're expected to be higher in the standings at this point in the season. So this hopefully will help catapult them on the other side of that equation. The Brooklyn Nets also had expectations for themselves, and they are not finding themselves in victory lane. I would like to thank you guys for sticking around for this MLK Day holiday. We thank you guys at home, too. One last thought for you all. Anything you're looking forward to for the 3 games that we've got left on TNT?
That Laker-Boston game.
That'll be a fun game.
Just want a fun game. I just want to see how the Boston Celtics approach playing against those bigs. They got Howard, Davis, if he plays, and also JaVale McGee.
Yeah, I think they're going to have trouble because the Celtics aren't long. And one thing about the game we just saw, the Atlanta game, if you're the coaching staff for Atlanta, you can go to those guys and say, look, we had 24 turnovers that we gave up, 33 points to the second-best team in the Eastern Conference. We're okay, guys. We just got to take care of ourselves. It's always easier when you can look at your team and say, once we correct these things, we can win. It's hard to look at your team and go like, hey, we got to make a lot more shots. You can control turnovers. So good for Atlanta. Hopefully they're going to turn the corner here soon.
Awesome. Well, happy MLK Day. Go on over to TNT. EJ, Shaq, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley are waiting for you. For Kevin, Smitty, I'm Stephanie. See you next time.
The pregame show is presented by Auto Trader. Finally, it's easy.
If it wasn't for what Martin Luther King stood for, then obviously we wouldn't have the game we have today and the diversity that we have today.
We wanted more people to see the bigger picture and understand it and how great we can be as a unit or as a community.
Just open our minds a little bit and educate ourselves about one another. I think we'll understand each other a little bit more and we'll respect each other.
Such an honor to be a part of this holiday here in the NBA family. 4 games for you, nationally televised right here on NBA TV. The Raptors-Hawks start things off at 2:30, and then you can go on over to TNT and start things off at 5 p.m. with the Pelicans-Grizzlies, then Lakers, Celtics, and the nightcap, Warriors-Blazers, starting at 10 p.m. And you know who's going to be over there when you go to TNT? Among others, Charles Barkley, and he's got his special MLK edition of Guarantee.
Oh, boy.
Great Martin Luther King holiday is coming up. We have a slate of games right here on our family of networks. We're going to go rapid fire through each game. So Raptors at Hawks.
Raptors.
Pelicans at Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Lakers at Celtics.
Lakers.
Warriors at Blazers.
Oh, Blazers.
Okay, all right. Got all those marked down. Of course, we hope you do get all those right. So now all-star starters. Now this is your last chance, and we do have a visual aid because I know sometimes you seem to forget the picks that you've made. So do you want to stick with your pick or do you want to make a switch?
I do not. I want to make one change.
And what will that change be?
Joel Embiid. I'm going to switch him out for Siakam.
Okay, so Joel Embiid is out. Pascal Siakam is in. Why?
Well, because Embiid's not going to play for a month. And you shouldn't vote for a guy who's not going to play for a month. He's already been out at least a week, I think. And that injury, people have had to say you're going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. First of all, he might not even be back for the All-Star game. I mean, All-Star game's a month away. So I don't think he'll be back.
Those are your guarantees. That's Charles Barkley.
All right, I hope you marked him down because nothing more fun than ribbing someone when they've made their predictions so publicly. Okay, gentlemen, we have another game that we're going to be looking forward to tonight. Lakers, Celtics, the return of Anthony Davis. What do you expect out of him in his first game back after missing 5?
Well, hopefully he's come back and he's healthy. You know, obviously after taking that big fall. But I think for him is the Lakers, you'll always want one of your best players back, right? But when you play in a team where I think you have advantage at a position, which is the center spot and the bigs going against the Celtics, and now you come back, it just makes everybody else around Anthony Davis. And LeBron saying, not good. They got those 3 small forwards. I'm going to have to work hard if AD doesn't play.
Yeah.
But bringing a guy back that's, you know, give you 27, give you block shots, give you rebounds, versatility, and also, if, you know, I don't feel like guarding one of these guys, even a wing guy, he's a 7-footer, 6'11", he can guard Tatum, Brown, or Gordon Hayward. I'm not saying he's going to do a fantastic job. He's capable of.
No question.
But he's one of those guys, Kevin, that everything on the basketball court, you could say you can excel if you're the others because he can do it.
I agree. Look at, you know, I'm glad that his bruised butt finally healed. I was getting concerned about that, man. But I tell you what, though, he did, when you look at the fall, he fell right on his tailbone. And boy, you fall on your tailbone. That is so tender. I've done it a few times, man. That hurts for a long time. So I'm glad he's better because everybody said he had a bruised butt. I said he had a bruised tailbone. But you know, you talked about the guys that he's playing against. They have to guard him. Now I look at, you know, what Hayward's going to have to guard him. Tatum's going to have to guard him. Brown, if he's available. Smart. He's so much bigger than those guys and so much longer that he's capable of playing them on the perimeter. Now, granted, they're all clever with the ball. They can all go places, but he can move his feet. And at some point, he stays on your side. You know how those big, long guys, you got to shoot over him at some point because he's not giving up on plays. He's blocking shots at the rim. But they've got to turn around and guard him. It's a lot different saying that I'm the guy, Kuzma. Okay, no, Kuzma's my size, and Jaylen Brown's thinking, you know, I'm going to kick Kuzma's tail. He looks at AD and goes like, damn, I'm guarding this guy. Like, you know, this guy's going to shoot over me. He's bigger. There's, you know, length and size still matters in the NBA. And you're 7 foot, which that guy is, long wingspan. You're being guarded by 6'6", 6'7" guys. You know it. They know it. And it's hard to make up that. So he's a comfort level. You said it best, Smitty. Everybody exhales and goes, okay. Got one of our horses back. Right. You know, this is going to make the game easier for all of us.
You can see here the Boston Celtics, looking at this graphic, they have hit a little lull, if you will. I know, Kevin, you're not thrilled about that, but I think that they're happy they have an opportunity to show America again tonight that they can win games against the Los Angeles Lakers. Remember, this is the MLK holiday. We've got 4 games on our family of networks for you to enjoy. The third one is the Lakers, but the first one, the Toronto Raptors, are in the birthplace of Dr. King. The Atlanta Hawks will be hosting them. Jeff Teague returning back to the Hawks. Remember, he was an all-star before. Can he help this team out?
Show is presented by Auto Trader. Finally, it's easy.
Some breaking news in the NBA. Kyrie Irving will be out today. Brooklyn Nets hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Hamstring is the situation. They're 13-13 without Kyrie. Let's check in on one of the 14 games that we have on tap for you today. The first one, Detroit is in the nation's capital, Washington up by 2. You can see first quarter is underway, more than halfway through. Derrick Rose already
Hey, Derrick Rose.
with 9 points.
K-Mac, Derrick Rose, I'm taking my hat off to him, the way he's playing.
Me too.
It's unreal.
There are a lot of teams could use Derrick Rose right now, and I'm not sure the Detroit Pistons aren't close to saying we need to start over again.
Ooh, that could be good for Derrick.
Yes.
Playoff situation maybe on the horizon
Be really
for him.
good for a lot of teams, too, that
That's
he
true.
would go to.
Bradley Beal with 10 points already in the first quarter for the Wizards. As I mentioned, the NBA has a long-standing tradition of celebrating Martin Luther King on this holiday. And from today through Friday, all the teams are wearing custom NBA Nike MLK Day warm-up shirts designed in collaboration with the NBPA, MLK Foundation, and Martin Luther King III. The shirts are available for sale on NBAstore.com, and all NBA proceeds will go to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis.